Okay, we've been going over selection tool. What I want to do now is actually make a selection and add some interesting detail to the city of Portland. It's going to get attacked. The first thing it's going to attack it is an object that is real easy to use, and I'm going to have Ducky Momo. You guys familiar with Ducky Momo? I'm going to picture a Ducky Momo and put him, is it a him? I'm not sure. Put him attacking Portland. Where did it go? I had it just a moment ago. Oh, there he is over here. So I'm going to click on Ducky Momo, get a nice big picture in here, and I'm going to right click and choose copy image. And I'm going to paste it into my Portland scene. Edit, paste. Note, Ducky Momo has filled my whole window and I can't see the city. So we have a problem. What we're going to do is we're going to pull out all the other detail we don't want of Ducky Momo using our selection tool. But do note it's on layer 2. So whenever you paste, it puts it on its own layer. I'm going to get a magic wand tool because we have this huge area of black. Watch what I do. I click on the black, hit delete. There's Ducky Momo. Control D, and it looks like I probably was a little bit too precise around Ducky's eye here. So I might have to go in and add some black there. But there's Ducky Momo. And I'm going to move Ducky up a little bit. But I need Ducky to appear behind the buildings. So now what am I going to do? Well, I can use another selection to do that. Or I can just resize Ducky and have him just on top of a building. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. However, if you notice, now that I moved Ducky up, there's more regions of black, so I need to get rid of it too. Hit delete. Control D. Now Ducky Momo is way too big, but at least it's just Ducky and a few hearts. Uh-oh, I missed some more black. All right. So next, what we're going to do now is we're just going to resize Ducky and we'll put Ducky on top of a building. Now to resize, you take any layer, you can go to Edit, and there's Free Transform or just Transform and Scale is what we're going to do. However, we can rotate, etc. So what I'm going to do is just a Free Transform. Okay, I need to select the area. So what I'm going to do is it said something about selection. I make sure everything's deselected. Now I'm going to click Layer 2, Edit, Free Transform. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. Oh, I'm going to zoom out. Okay, I got to resize Ducky again. Free Transform. I'm going to hold down Shift on Free Transform so that he maintains the same shape there. And we're going to move Ducky over here a little bit smaller. Hit Enter. Get my move tool, and there's Ducky. We're just going to clean up Ducky a little bit. So all I did was the selection tool to cut out the parts of the picture I didn't want. So I do the same thing here for the remaining color. And when I'm done, there's Ducky. If I want to get rid of these hearts, I could probably just use a rectangular marquee and just delete them out. I don't know if that's it was just something on my screen. Oh, wrong one. There we go. So marquee tool is good if you want to just protect parts of it. So I just want to get rid of the heart, nothing else. There we go. Now, Ducky Momo is on the building, and I just used the little magic wand tool to select him. What if I want another object? One that's not so easy to clean up. Well, I found a picture of, I did a search for a monkey. That looks like an orangutan. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take this. Oh, where did he go? Oh, look at that. Someone else did a selection right there. All right, get a picture here. Copy the monkey. Actually, I'm going to go back here and just right-click and copy that. Copy the image. Go into Photoshop. Edit, paste. And now we have a monkey who's large, but not too large. So we're going to have this monkey attacking. And so we're going to try some of the other tools that we have available to clean up the orangutan. I could try Magic Wand and click on certain colors, and that might help. But this could take a while. And it's imperfect. We could try the magnetic lasso tool, see how that does. And that gets us part way, but we really have trouble with his hair. One of the things is if you have an imperfect selection, you can just go back in and delete later. So there we go, using the magnetic lasso. It's kind of close. I think the better one is going to be using the quick selection tool. Now, I'm going to do Control-D to deselect. I'm going to change my brush size, get it larger. And go in and brush this monkey. Uh-oh. Got too much. I got to remove part of it, so I hold down Alt. And I brush out the outer part. And hold down Shift to add. Try to get his knuckles there. And then I'm probably going to need to zoom in to get the remaining parts. But you see how that quick selection works. So you get your quick selection tool. Make sure you make use of the plus, which is add to the selection, or minus, which is subtract. Shift does plus. Alt does subtract. See, I got too much, so I'm just going to Alt to subtract part of it. Okay, so I'm going to go through and brush this out, and I'll show you what the end result is after I've finished. Actually, we're going to just go with this one for here. One other thing you guys should be aware of is you can actually expand a selection. You click Select, go to Modify, and you can choose Expand. Expand by 5 pixels, for example, which enlarges it. And then you can always feather it as well. So I go to Modify, Feather. So I'll feather that by maybe 6. I usually use about the same radius as I expand it by. And the last thing I'm going to do is inverse this, because what I want to do is cut everything but what I have selected. So I just want to inverse the selection. Click Inverse, hit Delete, and then Control-D to deselect. So now I've got my orangutan here. I'm going to move him over. And I'm going to have the orangutan seeming to appear from behind the buildings. So now I'm going to get a little fancy. What I want to do is I'm going to use the buildings to create a selection to delete part of the orangutan. So in order to do that, I'm just going to hide him for a moment. And I want a selection that allows these buildings to show through. Okay? So that should be an easy selection to do. So I'm just going to get my magic wand. Click on the blue sky. Make sure I select the layer 1. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to use the inverse of this selection. And I'm going to bring the chimpanzee back and watch what I do. I hit delete. Control-D. And there he is appearing from behind the building. And if I wanted him to look like he was actually behind this building but in front of the others, we can do the same thing where we just copy part of this building and paste it on its own layer. So now we can look like the chimpanzee is attacking Portland. Don't forget, when you're ready, do you want to export it so you can put it to the web and maybe be the next viral sensation? Probably not, but you never know. I like JPEG, 119K, high resolution. You can always resize it. For my assignment, students, no wider than 500 pixels for what you turn in. Hit enter. Save your changes, call it selections, and then whatever you want to entitle it.